Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on FIFA 23. Not long to go until EAFC is here. Got a lot of info. Well, I say a lot of info. I don't feel like they've actually told us too much about it. But we did get some info yesterday, or Thursday the 13th. What do you guys think about what we see so far? Interesting, a few things in there. Obviously, a big expansion of the women's game. There's a huge change to Ultimate Team. Adding women players, that's going to add a lot more players. There's going to be female icons, female heroes. One thing I'm very intrigued about is more so the gameplay side and how will they be in game. Obviously, the tallest men are going to be a lot taller than women. There's going to be quite a lot of female players who are at the low end of 5 foot. Will the gameplay mean that some of these girls are OP because they're smaller and very good at dribbling on the game? Or if it's a game a bit more like 19, where aerial and height matters a lot more, how's that going to work? How's body types going to work in game? How's it going to work in terms of strength and stats? Because let's be honest, if he had a 99 strength male, he should be stronger than a woman on the game. So there's a lot of interesting things to see on the game. I'm very interested how it plays out, the gameplay, and interested what new female heroes, icons we get. It's exciting for FIFA. It's FIFA EAFC. It's a big change. Some things that we see, we're going to get cross-play in pro clubs. There's going to be this evolutions thing within Ultimate Team where you can upgrade players from the start of the game. That's pretty cool. There's going to be Nike promos, UCL heroes. What was the other thing that I saw that I was going to talk about? Yeah, improved icon chemistry. Wonder if they'll do something like what I said, where you can get chemistry for the nations or leagues that your players played in. So it's interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully EA deliver. But today's video, we're going to be looking at the best midfielders in the game. When I say best, I've not put all that. Hullet is not in this video. Is Hullet one of the best? He's top 3, 5 easily in the game. This is some of the best ones in the game, but also some of my favourite. So if they're in this video, it means I like them. I don't dislike Hullet. He's just a bit of a cliche, obvious one. Vanja, Milinkovic-Savic. Now, obviously, keepers being outfielders, that is a bit of a Marmite topic, hit and miss. Some people love it, some hate it. I think it's fine. I wouldn't like it if this was first week of the game and they're doing this, but I like it later in the year, doing something a little bit different. I think that's good. I think this Milinkovic-Savic card is insane. Suits the game perfectly. Xavi Simons, we go from 6'8" to 5'6". This Simons is one of the best players I've ever used on the ball. He's not quite as OP as some of the better cards that have come out since in terms of... Are you sick of getting out-teamed on FIFA? Want more coins to build that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out utnice.com, the best place to buy coins for FIFA 23. They're simple, easy to use. Use code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out utnice.com today. His defending physical. But as an attacking player going forward, he's crazy and he does have very good chemistry links too. Anderson Talisca, always a bit of a crazy card when he comes out. Maybe this card's a bit more of attacker, but I think 64 defending is enough that you could say is viable in midfield. Vieira, I don't like a lot of Vieira's cards early on. They're still very, very good at what they do, being defensive beasts, getting stuck in, just being a nuisance, being honest, when they're 6'4". However, this Vieira, 4-star weak foot compared to the 3-star weak foot most of the other Vieiras have. Better on the ball, very good passing stats. He's more well-rounded and an absolute unit, and probably the best in the game at just being a nuisance, having that big presence, being good defensively. Valverde, don't think I liked his team this season as much as some of his other cards, maybe more so for when they came out, but this Valverde is very good still, obviously. He's one of the fastest cards in the game, still OP, still does a lot of what the other Valverde cards do. I just think they're a bit better for when they came out. Zambrotta, I like seeing cards like this. Zambrotta is 90 plus essentially on every shooting stat. It's his volleys and penalties that are bringing it below 90. If it wasn't for them, he'd be 90, 91 on shooting. So he's basically in the 90 plus gang for everything. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. The card's crazy. He was already a top fullback, so this is an even better card in midfield. Whilst big bodies on the game as well can be really good, I think the smaller players can be really, really cracked as well on this game. Acuna Matata, 4-star, 5-star, beast, just incredibly well rounded. There's so many insane cards at this point. This Beckham, I used him in a few weekend leagues recently. He's not as OP as when he came out in January, that's a given. But a card that came out 6 months ago still being very viable and usable at a high level says how good the card is and how good it was. Rabiot, similar to that Acuna card, just a bit more physical, bigger body, not as good on the ball, but for a card that is 6'4" with 96 dribbling, 99 ball control, he is pretty cracked. Variety from large to little or little to large. This variety doesn't have a good pace split. That definitely hurts him. And he's not great in terms when it comes to shot. And he's not great when it comes to his strength. However, he has near enough 99 passing on the 3 key stats. He's as good as it gets on the ball. Super aggressive, really good defending stats. Still feels pretty quick. One of my favourite cards I've used this year for when he came out was the Centurions variety. So this is just a much upgraded version. Absolute beast of a card. Barella, very similar to that variety. Probably a better card all round. However, doesn't have the weak foot. Socrates, top midfielder. Normally an attacker, obviously, but this card is crazy. It's still very, very good. Sergio Busquets. Honestly, I think they could have made him a bit more agile. Could have boosted a few areas of his stats, but it's a very, very good end of era card, which is good to see. Pedri, another Barca player, 5-star, 5-star. Not many midfielders with that. Obviously, there's a few more now, but this Pedri, one of the best midfielders in the game. Goretzka, honestly, loved this card. Goretzka has a really good body type in game for just getting bullshit go his way. 5-star weak foot's amazing to have. 90 plus on everything. Maxes out his pace basically with a shadow. Has insane defending. Very solid on the ball. Great passing. Just doesn't have a weakness. The ultimate box to box. Chanaloglu. This is the upgraded version. This is an insane card for free. 5-star weak foot. 90 plus on everything except for his physical, which is stamina, strength, and aggression average at 90. It's the jumping that lets him down, but who cares? Heading and jumping doesn't really matter in this game. The rest of his card is just crazy. This guy could play in any team. There's probably like 30 plus midfielders now at this point though that you could put him in a team. Sure, there might be a slightly better option, but they're all better. Kimmich feels so good on the ball. Feels great when it comes to passing. Great defending. Really good physical. This Kimmich is a beast. Probably just a better variety in my opinion. Bellingham. I mean, what do I need to say about this card? One of the best midfielders foot has ever seen. Bellingham's team of the year was already good. Putting a +1 on all that and added a 5-star weak foot only adds to that. Absolute unit. Doesn't have a weakness. Modric. Not as good as Bellingham, but 99 passing and dribbling is insane. Add a 5-star weak foot. He just doesn't have the presence of Bellingham with the defending, physical and pace. But this Modric is still absolutely incredible. Kroos, 5'5", top 5 free midfielder in the game. 90 plus on everything except for the shot. But the shot is more than good enough. You could put a variety of chem styles on, which is an amazing card. Another top 5'5" player. Zidane, one of the best going forward. Not as elite defensively and physically, but more than good enough there. Van Dijk, maybe he's better than Vieira, to be fair, when it comes to this destroyer role. But those two are both absolutely insane. He's definitely better going forward than Vieira. But two absolutely crazy cards. And then the second 99, I think we've only got two 99s. This De Bruyne and Pele. Ridiculous 99 passing. 99 on every single passing stat. Every single physical stat. 4 out of 6 of the dribbling stats. This De Bruyne's ridiculous. Definitely in the debate for best midfielder in the game. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I appreciate your support a lot as always. Keep it spicy. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.